In today's video, we are once again in the borough of Sefton and on the road that essentially takes you to Liverpool docks and container port. We've already made a video about some of the bonkers goings on this very busy road. Things like this. But looking at this still image, can you see another problem? Using Google Maps, we can show you exactly what this piece of road looked like before the work started. And for those of you who have not yet spotted it, it was a recessed bus stop. Which idiot has designed this? But just around the corner they've also redesigned another junction, and it's hilarious. All of this whilst they now seemingly want to make this the first toll day road for trucks in the UK, because apparently they are making it smelly. Yeah, whatever. Let's discuss it. One lot trucker's eye.
Smell that.
To get to Liverpool docks you'd be going straight across at this junction, but turning left will take you towards the Mersey tunnels and to the Stena Line ferry terminals at Birkenhead, as many trucks will do. This road is Netherton Way, and the Atlantic Park development that has led to the redesigning of all of these roads is on our left hand side. You may have just noticed a man freight truck heading in the opposite direction, probably heading back to their depot at Skelmersdale, having picked up a trailer from the ferry terminal at Birkenhead. Just up this road you'll find the latest crazy junction design. The question I have to ask you all before we get to the junction is, do you scratch your head when you see certain designs of roads and wonder if the people designing them can actually drive themselves? This road has been a two-lane dual carriageway for as long as I can remember, and coming up is two sets of traffic lights in quick succession. The first set of lights is a left turn only into Bridle Road, which is itself a notable industrial area, and just here before the first set of traffic lights we get the signage for a new road layout. As you can see, lane 1 now splits into 2 lanes, giving us 3 lanes in total, and all 3 lanes go straight ahead at the junction with an option of turning left from lane 1 into the aforementioned Bridle Road. The latest mapping of this junction on Google Maps was taken in August 2025, and you can see that that split in the lane that we see today was previously for the left turn lane, with 2 lanes going straight over. That was because there was only 2 lanes at the other side of the traffic lights, as we can see here. But we'll continue our journey in the truck, and we can see that with this upgrade we now have 3 lanes going straight on, an extra 50% in capacity through the junction. What's not to like? Well, the fact that this has caused more problems than it potentially solved because of what happens at the second set of traffic lights. I'm sure many of you will already have worked out the issue, but let's get parked up and get the drone in the air so we can explain the stupidity of this new design. Unfortunately, I was only able to film this footage on a quiet Sunday morning, but the problem they've created with the design alteration is still easy to highlight. Every vehicle heading to Liverpool or beyond that travels along Netherton Way in lane 2 now has to change lanes, and this is now causing much worse traffic in the morning rush hour, a problem that wasn't there before this junction was altered. Keep your eyes on the 2 white cars in lane 3, as both of them will need to change lanes as they don't want to be turning right into the housing estate. Normally a large percentage of the traffic just goes straight ahead through these traffic lights. And you can probably work out what it's like on a weekday morning with many more vehicles on the road. Do note how most of the cars are in lane 2. Just going a bit further back in this footage we can see how all of the cars arrive at the first set of traffic lights. The dark coloured car realising he is going to be in a right turn only lane, but all of the cars who have travelled down lane 1 will all end up in lane 2. Clearly they aren't all middle lane hoggers, as they were mostly in lane 1 until that lane split. And they're probably used to the old design which saw the left lane as a designated left turn only lane. But once again, just to reiterate, this was a Sunday morning, so you can imagine what it would be like on a weekday morning. Even when we come across 2 cars that want to turn right, you can see where the rest of the traffic is. But it's in this zoomed out footage that you might notice some more idiocy, just like the one we saw in the first video. Any ideas? I wondered if any of you noticed that I actually chose to go to lane 2 as lane 1 splits into the 2 lanes, and why I did so if I am familiar with this new design and lane 1 now going straight ahead. Well, that's because I saw the bus. Just at the other side of the first set of traffic lights there is a bus stop, and to be fair, the old design of that wasn't very good either. It had a solid white line cycle lane running past it, which left bus drivers having to cross the solid white line to stop at the bus stop, but there was plenty of room whilst the bus was at the stop to get the traffic past. But now that they have redesigned the road, the bus stop is firmly in lane 1. Just at the point that anybody who is in lane 3 trying to get across into lane 2 as they don't want to turn right is trying to do so. So if there is a bus at the bus stop, they have effectively bottlenecked 3 lanes for anyone wanting to go straight on at the second set of traffic lights. On this occasion the bus wasn't stopping at the bus stop, but had he done so, I'd have been stuck behind him trying to get back into lane 2. A friend of mine sent me some dashcam footage, and in it you can see the amount of traffic that builds up at the junction. And whilst their intention has been to increase capacity through the first set of traffic lights, hopefully I've pointed out why the exercise has been a complete waste of time, because you can't do the same at the second set of lights. Back on Dunnings Bridge Road heading towards the M57 and M58 motorways, you'll see the trucks heading in the opposite direction, most of which are heading to the docks. And if Sefton Council get their way, they'll all be paying a toll for driving down this road. Apparently, according to local residents, there's a permanent stench and stomach-turning stink that hangs over the area. On rare occasions I've noticed a slight stench, but that comes from the docks themselves, not the trucks, and I've lived in this area too. These are probably the same residents that complained at every turn about the new road that was proposed to take traffic a different way to the docks. This is also from the same council that is allowing the Atlantic Park development. The Atlantic Park development being the massive brand new industrial development on the right hand side here. I wonder if any potential businesses taking up a residence in there will be happy to hear of any potential tolls coming in for their goods vehicles. We all know that charging a toll fee gets rid of pollution. What utter nonsense. Maybe Sefton Council could help with any sort of supposed pollution in the area by not bottlenecking roads, not causing traffic delays, and not slowing up trucks with endless roadworks. But then again, we all know that a charge won't have any effect on the price of products people buy in the shops, or affect any of the businesses in the Sefton Council area.
You'll never get a lady working in a perfume shop going, tss, tss, smell that.
I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have done, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I do want to thank anybody who subscribes to the channel, and anybody who continues to comment and support the channel in other ways too. It finally looks like the traffic's on its way, and so are we for another video. I'll see you all next time. Wonder Trucker's Eye!